Hi everyone, this is Shreya Gautam. I am an influencer, an entrepreneur, and I also run a community of bloggers called Bloggers Meet Info BMI. Today we are here to conduct this panel for Digital Women Awards by She the People. And we have three amazing ladies with us. Let me introduce them one by one and then I'll give them a chance to introduce themselves. So, first we have Neha Modi Jalan. Her handle is the Pink Umbrella Diaries. To give you a little background, Neha herself has been an entrepreneur and then moved on to becoming a very successful fashion blogger who reigns the industry right now. And over to you, Neha. We would like you to introduce yourself to the audience.
Thanks, Shreya. Thank you for such a sweet and nice welcome. I'm really very honored to be here. And definitely, this is a platform that, resonates with me in so many different ways, and especially, celebrating women out there. All you wonderful women, it's a great community, and I'm so blessed to be part of it. A little bit about myself. Of course, I'm a mommy of two, but besides that, I'm a fashion, fitness, and a lifestyle influencer. Fashion and fitness is a huge part of my life, and I love to share that with the rest of the world. So that's what I'm doing here today. Over back to you, Shreya.
That's amazing. We are so glad you could join us today. Next, we have Ronita Mukherjee Bhatia. She is the true definition of a boss babe. From flying to being an amazing mother and now running a successful chain of play areas across Mumbai, she's done it all. Ronita, would you like to introduce yourself? We're so glad you're here with us.
Hi, thank you so much for having me here today. I am Ronita. Most of the moms probably from Thane across the city, Malad, Pavai, Parla must have seen me running around outlet to outlet. Yes, I'm the co-founder of Baccha Party Indoor Playscape, which is today the largest chain of play areas in Maharashtra. It hasn't been easy, but it's been worth it. I've been flying for 8 years and mommyhood, and then this has been going on for the last 5 years. Totally loving every bit of it, and yes, happy to be here. Thank you, Shreya. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ronita. And last but not the least, we have Dr. Nimarta Bindra. What can I say about her? She's a Wonder Woman in herself. I mean, in her own right. She does it all, and how she does it, none of us have ever figured out. She's a dentist by profession, she's a blogger by passion, and a mommy of two. And over to you, Nimarta. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, Shreya. It's so lovely to be a part of this panel today with such lovely women. And my journey has been quite all over the place. I have been a successful dentist for more than 12 years now. I have a completely functional running clinic which works for about 12 hours a day. And in that time, I am fueling my passion, which is influencing. I'm a pure mom influencer, and you'll see my kids all over my page, all over my life, and all over the place. So I'm really glad that in this life I've got to play two important roles that are so influencing on society. I'm really glad to be a part of this discussion, and over to you, Shreya.
Thank you so much. Before we move ahead, I really want to take this opportunity to thank you guys to come and share your views on our panel today as out as an entrepreneur. So let's start with Neha. I want to ask you, Neha, what was your journey like? You've been doing this for quite some time now. So what has your journey been like? Can you please share with our audience?
So, my journey started off as a hobby. It was more of a passion. It was all about, always fashion. And it was always about, putting things together. And I said, one fine day, why don't I just put this on a page? And, at that time, I guess we were all not so familiar with the digital world. I mean, I started off with a label of clothes, and then it went on to just, doing this for fun. But I never thought that I could actually put it together, and digital world is going to be such a huge deal today. I mean,
Correct.
definitely we've seen in the last few years that's what we actually look into for everything. We look for fashion advice, we're online to see something, anything. So everything has kind of shifted. So I think the focus has shifted from making it a hobby to almost something that actually I enjoy a lot and it's my passion. So the
And
journey
we see
has
that on
really
your
been
page. It's very evident.
that's
You have fun while
yeah.
working as well. What about you,
Absolutely.
Ronita? What inspired you to become an entrepreneur? I know you were a successful flight attendant, and then you hung up your wings to be a mommy. So, what made you choose to be an entrepreneur?
I get this question so many times that how Baccha Party happened. Let me tell you, yes, I was flying for 8 years, and that's how actually I know Shreya. Post that, I got pregnant and I took a break, and it's my child who inspired me to have a play area. Because
That's so
while he was a toddler, the first 2 years of my life, I've spent so much money taking him to all possible play areas. I thought, why don't I actually get into this? And, probably have a great time spending time with my child as well as doing something on my own. So that's how we started looking out for areas where probably there were not too many play areas. And we realized with my first outlet that Powai had none. So my first outlet was in Powai. And then it just did so well, touchwood. I enjoyed it so much and I wanted to expand. And then there was just no looking back. Yes, so probably my child really made this happen. And,
how
he
sweet.
totally inspired me.
That's so sweet. So, Nimarta, I've been meaning to ask you this. How important has digital presence been, apart from being an influencer? How has it helped you with your profession, with your clinic? Has it benefited in any manner? How did it help you?
See, I was always doing very well as a dentist, and for that, word of mouth obviously works the best. There are
Right,
mediums by which you promote yourselves, like probably having a website or using searches like Just Dial or any other medium, Practo, whatever. But for me, once I was an influencer, the fame has come in so quickly that it's obviously helped me even bring in business to my clinic. There are some people who probably just see a picture of me posted on a story of a smile designing or of a tooth
right.
bleached or a dental jewelry, and the very next day I have nearly 30 to 40 inquiries. So if
Wow.
it's influencing or it's helping me in my business in such a way, I'm sure this is something that helps everyone. So influencing
Right.
combined with your business, or probably using any kind of publicity medium to promote your business, is obviously what we need in today's day and time.
Got it. Got it. So, I want to ask you, Ronita, how has digital presence helped you and your business?
Oh, a lot. I think it really, really helped me boost my business. You know, 2 years, COVID, no business at all, and still surviving. I would totally thank the bloggers who probably started coming to the play area. Lot of celebs who spoke about us because their kids come to my play area regularly. I mean, who would know? There was nothing happening, for two
Right.
years. So it
Right.
was only the social media and this, the digital platform that we could use to promote ourselves, to show people how we sanitized. A big thank you, a huge thank you to you bloggers and influencers who really supported us. Like you guys were always there. Every time, we you all visited us and we asked you to probably post a story. We have so many inquiries thanks to all the people who follow you. So totally I give it to the digital platform to where I
So
stand today.
digital
A
presence
big help.
definitely helped you, make a
Yeah,
mark,
yeah, absolutely.
get out there and connect with more people, connect with your target
Absolutely.
audience.
Absolutely. Especially all you mommy bloggers. There are so many moms who follow you religiously and want to do probably everything you guys do and want to get the best reviews from you all. So when you all are giving your reviews, they know probably it's genuine and absolutely nothing said or nothing posted just like that, and that really helped a lot. We had a lot of mommies coming because of all you mommy bloggers who visited us and posted about us. So digital
Amazing.
media is something which is needed
It was a
everywhere today.
boon for you.
Yes, absolutely.
Amazing. So, Neha, I have a very interesting question for you. I know that a lot of people think of influencers or bloggers as a hobby. It's taken more of a hobby, but I know there are few, and you're amongst one of them, who's converted it into a profession, into a proper business where you're not just doing it for your passion and to influence people. it's supporting the livelihood as well. So you're actually independent and you're a working member of the family. So I want to know from you, how and when did you think of converting your passion into a profession, into a business, so to speak?
So that's a really interesting question, Shreya. It happened quite organically because I feel that now, you know, how we used to look at advertisements and we used to look at a lot of them on TV and in between our movies and shows, all that has ended, right? For us, now, where do we look at buying something? Where do we look at, you know, probably getting something that is good for us? Is probably on the digital platform. And even the brands and even the companies have shifted their whole focus and marketing onto that.
Right,
Celebrities, you know, smaller celebrities, larger celebrities, whatever, have all you know, come onto this platform. So for me, I feel like when a brand has reached out to me and said, are you willing to try our product and are you willing to give a honest review, and you know, or it's a paid collaboration,
right,
I've actually tried to convert it right there and then, simply in the way, because if they are expecting us to put something on our page
right.
that is about the brand, which is of course a paid collaboration, and they expect a certain you know, quality in that video and stuff,
Right.
at that time you are going to spend your resources, your time, your energy, and you're
I
also
was just
introducing
coming to
it to
that
a, yeah,
because
to
you're
the
making an
audience that,
investment too.
exactly, exactly. And I feel that whether you need that for your livelihood or not, that's besides the point. But there's, if there's incentive enough for you to be able to convert that, then you are going to be putting a better foot forward. I mean, I'm not saying that every
Absolutely.
time that you'd want to do it only for just, you know, your passion. At the end of the day, it has to resonate and mean something for you as well, because
No,
it's
I
converting
think
for the
there's no
brands as
shame
well.
in asking for your worth. For you're putting in your
Absolutely.
time, you're putting in resources. Like I said, you're putting in investment as well. When you're doing shoots, when you're procuring, props for the shoot, you're putting
Absolutely.
in an investment. So why not, expect a return on that investment? I don't think there's
Absolutely. And
anything
I think
wrong with
it's
that.
great and it's good enough that, you know, now we have that platform where we can also be very transparent and say what is a paid collaboration, what is something that we have just put up on our own, and what is our
Right,
own content. So the thing is,
right.
it's fairly transparent for the people who are viewing it. So they know, you know, that this has to be, this is paid and this is, so I feel like it's also a little bit, you know, easier for us that, you know, we are not always you know, at gunpoint where people are like, no, but you said that. But also a lot of times it's a paid collaboration and it's transparent.
Awesome, awesome. Ronita, I want to ask you. So now that we've seen that last 1.5 year, the dynamics have shifted. People are focusing more on local businesses.
Correct.
People are, vocal for local is an in thing right now. Supporting small businesses, supporting local businesses is something that everyone talks about. But at the same time, we have to think about taking things to the next level. So I want to know from you, what is your vision for your startup, for your business, maybe a year down the line? Where do you see yourself?
Um, See, honestly, I see myself being the largest in the country, and I'm working towards it. I have a lot of
Fingers crossed.
franchisees that are, in talks. Also, we are coming up with our own products, Baccha Party merchandise. So
Amazing.
everything is going to be made here, and everybody is going for things which are made in the country. So if you ask me, I mean, I am going to go totally nationally all over the place. So yeah, I
Absolutely.
think we should all help each other and promote each other, and you guys have always helped us with that. So obviously, it's
And I think
always
I think now is the time where we took a pause during last year and a half,
yes,
and I think
yes,
now is
yes,
the time to actually go full throttle and work on
absolutely.
things that we had planned to do last 2 years, but we couldn't do them. So, for you, Nimarta, my question is, what makes your life challenging when you're multitasking, when you're donning so many hats? What is it that makes it challenging but yet rewarding?
So I would say the challenge is not to mess it all up. So we don't want to be a jack of all trades and master of none. I don't want to do blogging half-heartedly. I don't want to do dentistry half-heartedly, because individuals, like you're
Absolutely.
saying, there's such an influence on people. And when I'm working as a dentist, I'm actually handling lives. So one mistake can really be the end of me. In either
Absolutely.
case, even in influencing, I have two kids of varied age groups. There are people who are actually looking up to me. Okay, my son is not sleeping, my son is also not sleeping, what are you doing for it? Or the day
Right.
I stopped breastfeeding for Aman, my DM was filled with nearly 100 messages. What did you use? So I know what I'm going to write is going to be used by those 100 other women. So there is such a huge responsibility of not
Correct.
messing up. Multitasking shouldn't be haywire. It has to be organized.
But
When
at
I
the
put
same time,
something,
I feel it's also rewarding because there are so many people who are looking up to you. They value your opinion.
so rewarding in two ways. Because today I don't know, it's not only about money, it's about being seen. Today when a Ronita is a face of Baccha party, she that's the pride. It's not only the money that she's making from her business. Or today if Neha is the pink, I love being called the monster. I walk
Absolutely.
into parties
I
and
think
there are
that's your identity most of the
I was
time.
never, there was the time I was called a doctor, a dentist. There was the time I was called that. And today, everyone calls me momster, from the youngest kids in the society to the elders who meet me at family parties. So, recognition, I think, is the biggest reward as of today. Revenue, yes, of course, there's a lot of money in both the professions. All of us know that. Dentistry and influencing today, medical, I would say medical or any kind of hospitality industry has lot of money today. So yes, the second reward is of course revenue. We all get up in the morning, we're all working so hard so that we
Very
can
true.
live a better life, a better standard of living for us. We're all well to do, we're all doing well in our houses, but the more money we have, the better we can upgrade our lifestyles. So yes, it's
Right.
rewarding in both ways.
Awesome. Neha, a similar question for you. How have your priorities changed from the time you first started?
So Shreya, again, when I started at that time, creating that content was more about a lot of fun. A lot of times it was just key, we've created that content, I'm putting it out there, let's see what people think, and it's fun and blah, blah, blah. But now it's a bit serious, right? A lot of times people are really looking at everything you're speaking.
There's
Like
more
Nimarta said,
scrutiny now, I
people
feel.
are constantly saying ki, oh, if she's doing this, she has to be doing this. So like, I mean, I'm a lot into fitness, and every evening you'll see one fitness story. So if I don't post something about fitness in the evening, I get 100 DMs like, did you not go to the gym? And I'm almost like, oh my god, like, am I doing something wrong? But yeah, I mean, people, it's not that I'm telling, but I mean, I want people to know that you also have to do something for yourself. And I feel like that whole challenge is to actually send out the message correctly,
Mhm.
and there's so many different people and so many different age groups. You kind of
Mhm.
have to resonate with that as well. So it has to be a very even platform where people don't do drastic stuff just looking at you. So I think both ways that has changed, and that whole responsibility has been a huge part of, the change.
Mhm. I'm gonna take this question to Nimarta now. So, um, I want to know from you about how the family plays. What role does your family play uh, in this? I'm pretty sure you get asked this a lot of times,
I
but
love this
we
question.
definitely
This
want
is
our audience to hear it. I want to know about the support. I want to know about the challenges. I want to know about the kind of scrutiny, and I'm not just talking about your immediate family. It could be your close family, friends, could be your relatives. So I want to know what is it that you faced, and how did you overcome that? How do you deal with that?
See, this is like a question that I think of each night. So it's very simple. See, your immediate family at first will be repulsive. They're not used to you doing so many things. They're not used to you not being around. So the
Correct.
moment you start multitasking and you're not available, they're going to feel hassle. Your husband, your in-laws, they'll feel there'll be a negative energy. which you have to gradually get them accustomed to. कि भाई ऐसा ही है, I am planning to achieve something in life, and this is the only way I can do that. Your
Right.
immediate family will understand because they will be your rooters and supporters always. There'll be an initial
Mhm.
glitch, but then they are with you. Then comes the extended family. Not everyone is going to be happy with your success. Let's be practical.
Absolutely.
Everyone wants to be a go getter, everyone wants to be somewhere. So, there are a lot of friends and family who won't be happy seeing you progress. So, the only way to pull you down is to say, you're doing too many things and you're not doing it right. So, you have to start closing your ears or filtering your ears or having the right kind of friends and family who can tell you on your face, yeah, now you're not doing something right and now you're doing something right. I can say that on this medium that two of those people are right here. So Shreya and Ronita are two people who would actually tell me on my face, babe, this is not, you're not going the right way. So having the right kind of friends and family to tell you when you're wrong, that would probably make the difference. And if the others are talking about you, probably and they're not that important in your life, and people will put you down every single day, like Neha said, one mistake in a video and you're jacked. There'll be a lot of people will be saying, oh my god, what should she do, her video was blurry or her audio was not right. It's because she's doing too many things. So, one day you could have a bad hair day, but a brand needs a video and you need to put it out. And you have to be ready that you're going to be scrutinized for that. So, at this point, in this juncture, you have to be open to positive and negative criticism. Take it
Absolutely.
in your stride, change it, modify it as per whatever you can, as per your resources available, and go out in the world confidently. Whatever you did, you've done. You have to cover up for yourself. That's it.
Amazing. What about you, Ronita? What is the role that your family or your close relatives have did play when you started Bacha Party?
I think Nimarta put it across very well. So, first of all, when we started Bacha Party, we didn't overnight think of going all out and becoming a brand, right? So, a lot of people weren't sure if I'll be able to run a business, not coming from really a business school, have been flying, how people think, all right, would she manage? She was flying all these years. So, not very supportive initially. And I'm not talking about close family, it's the outsiders who judge you more. Um, so
Right.
yeah, a lot of friends, a lot of extended family asked me, "You sure you'll be able to run a business?" And your son is so small and things like that. But my family has been super super supportive. I could probably do this and be out there every day, going to different outlets which are not very closely put up, and it's not in close proximity from my house. It's only because I have very supportive in-laws who are there. My husband has been supportive, and now that I'm booming with success, the same people probably who questioned me, who thought it's just like a thing she's probably doing, and once it doesn't do that well, she'll probably get back to something else, are the people who are really nice to me, and then they probably boast about being related to me or being my friends now, and people have not been in
Oh, I
touch
know
with.
Ronita.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that.
yeah, a lot of people. So it's really funny how tables turn. Suddenly when you are successful, everybody wants to acknowledge
Everybody wants
you.
a piece of that success.
Exactly, everybody wants to be a part of your circle, your family, and it's just really different. But in these years of struggle, you've realized who your true people are, who've been there, who've always stood there for you. And then yeah, you just have to be really cordial and just move on. But yeah, for family, thankfully they supported me a lot, my immediate family, and that's why I could make it here.
That's amazing, amazing. So Neha, since we are talking about influencing as a business, and I'm sure you're used to being an independent woman. How did the last 2 years, how did COVID affect you financially? I want to know, because I know a lot of the first half of the lockdown, everything came to a standstill. So I'm pretty sure even influencers, even though the influencing industry actually got the limelight during COVID, it was much later. Initially, there was it was everything was kind of standstill. How did you deal with that? Did you go through that financial loss like every business went through? And how did you deal with that?
So Shreya, yes, definitely COVID was not kind to most people. But having said that, I was really, really blessed with a lot of work still. Yes, it wasn't as much paid, or maybe it wasn't as much about just brands and being out there, because the brands themselves were hurting. But I took that time to create my own content. I took a lot of time to also reflect back and say, how are we dealing with this? What are we doing in this process? Also, I feel like the whole community of us has connected so well through the lockdown. We did videos, we did don't rush challenges, we did stuff which we would have not normally been able to do. And I feel so many things that came about in the lockdown. Yes, financially is one part of it, but I feel like the learnings, and I feel like what has come from it has been a greater learning that none of us could have got through a lifetime without this experience. So for me, actually, it was a big learning curve. I've realized that probably never take anything for granted, never
Absolutely.
ever. And I feel the support system that has happened through this lockdown has been fabulous. I mean, Shreya, we had our first live together
Yes, we
through the
did.
lockdown.
Through the
And I
lockdown.
think we didn't meet for a while, and then we've struck a great friendship, and I'm so grateful for that. So I feel that this lockdown has brought about better things than actually what we give it credit for.
So I honestly feel, I think it did both the things. I think we got to know who the real friends and well-wishers are, and we also got to know, how to move ahead, and uh, how to skip that, uh, struggle stage and just keep going on. Nimarta, I want to ask you. It must have been really difficult being on the front line, having two kids at the peak of COVID. So, how did you balance it out? I mean, going to the clinic and treating patients, and then having that fear of coming back to the family, to small kids. I remember your son was very, very young at that time. He wasn't even one, if I'm
Very
not
young,
wrong.
yes. See, I knew very well, Shreya, where the area that I work in, most of the dentists were seniors. When I got married, the clinics there were already there for 15 or 20 years. So I knew this time would be the best money making time for me as well. Let's be practical. I was
Yeah, yeah.
among the
Like
young
I
dent
said, there is no
I was
shame in
among the
saying that
young
I want to
dentists
earn money.
I was among the young dentists, and I knew that a lot of clinics around me are going to be shutting down in the lockdown. I was locked down only for 15 days. From the 16th day, as soon as the government gave us permissions for health workers to be working, my clinic was completely functional. And even influencing, there was a time I was doing 3 posts a day, all paid. So for me, the lockdown was the best period as far as money making was concerned. When I look back, those 2 years I've made more money than I've made all my life. So I made the most of it. I took a risk. Yes, there was a risk. Every time I went out, my in laws were skeptical of what I was coming back with. I did take my precautions. I did wear my PPE kit. We had maintained social distancing. We were limiting the number of clients, but I was working more hours. So there was a time I was working even 16 hours a day,
Wow.
just so that I can keep space between patients and I'm not risking everybody. But yes, as a health worker, there were a lot of risks involved, and but it was a period that I had to make the most of. So the mompreneur in me woke up, and I knew अब पैसा बनाने का time है बनाऊं.
This conversation that we are having, somehow it just brought this thing up, that I don't know why women as entrepreneurs somehow feel a little hesitant in admitting that yes, we are doing this for money. And I'm not talking about the women here, but in general, when I talk to people, I think it's just an automatic assumption that when women get into business or become a professional, they do it for hobby. So, what do you think, Ronita? How is it that we can change that mindset? Give me two tips that come to your mind
Oh
instantly,
my
because
God, I
I'm
think I
hearing
am
this a lot,
nobody.
and
Listen,
I keep saying there is no shame in admitting that you're doing this to earn a living. At the end of the day, everyone wants to get a return on the time and hard work that they put in.
Absolutely. I am out here to make money. I am very open about it. But
I'm
yes,
so glad you guys are so open about it and you're saying it bang on.
yeah, like I would want to have more outlets, not because I just want to work. I am here to make the money. Why do you think I'm working so hard? But again, like I said, initially when a woman starts up a business, people probably think, oh, she's just trying to keep herself occupied. Until and
Exactly.
unless you really reach that success, it's very, very tough for anybody to probably digest the fact that a woman is running a very successful business and it's doing well. So I think with time, eventually people will probably get a hang of it and start believing that yes, even women can be, in true sense, good business, business women and make money. But it will still take a while. I mean, it will definitely still take a while. Even today, when I sit at any outlet of Baccha party, I have a lot of people, mostly men. Okay, I'm not being sexist here, but mostly men come up and ask me, okay, where is your husband? Is he the owner of the business? So I am very open about the fact that I have a partner who's a male, but again, he is mostly taking care of the back end work, my brother-in-law. But I am out there running the business, and it's actually, they are often very taken aback. Oh, okay, so you are running the business. How about your kids? Hats off. I mean, if a man was doing the same job, see, that's my son behind running around. Sorry, guys. Yeah. If a man was doing the same job, it wouldn't be so shocking for anybody to see a man sitting at the play area and running the business, as much as they're taken aback when they get to know I am the owner and running four outlets. They usually ask me questions: how do I handle home, kids, business? So, yes, people are getting there, but it'll still take a while.
So we have a long road ahead, but let's hope that this thinking changes, that a woman is only supposed to get into a business as a hobby or to keep herself busy because her husband's working or her husband's overseas. All those sort of notions. Neha, I want to ask you. I think when you and I started around that time, I don't think anyone even knew what influencing is. I think even today, you have to explain to people, who what it is, what it means to be an influencer. So tell me, how do you explain it to people? How do you explain it to those people? And what is the difficulty you face in, getting recognition for your profession?
So, Shreya, this is a great question, and I want to answer it because I have literally heard a lot of people saying, "What do you do? Take pictures and put it on the page? मतलब
Exactly.
पूरे दिन तुम photo लेते रहते हो?" This is the question, right? That what do you do? Do you just take pictures? And are you a model? So that's the first question. Like the older generations, are you a model? And you're like, guys, please, I wish I could give you some kind of education on the fact that this is not about taking a picture and looking pretty on your page. You cannot look, nobody will connect with you if you just look pretty every day. That's not what it's
True.
about. It's about substance, it's about you, it's about your beliefs, it's about the things that you like, it's about putting it out there, it's about a community, it's about entrepreneurship. It's about the whole mindset, that why is it a taboo to put yourself out there? I am still failing to understand that. And a lot of times, I come from a very conservative background. I've grown up in a Marwari background, and people are like, all you do is take pictures. I said, I wish that you could look
All
into
you do is take
knowing what
pictures.
it takes to actually say this to people, to actually motivate people, to actually be there for people when they are actually going through that time. So
Very true.
it's not just about products, it's not just about whatever, it's your whole journey. It's also about your responsibility of being that person who is always there. We are always around, whether we hailstorm, holiday or not. People want to know what you're eating. You have to put it out there. So
You need
it's a
to give
huge
the audience what they
responsibility.
want.
Yeah, so it's a lot more than what meets the eye. And I wish that that education changes, and I wish that people would respect it much more. I mean, I think that is coming. And also it's about yourself. Like at the end of the day, if you are sure and if you have respect and that thing for yourself, there is no one out there who can question it. And
Very
that's
true.
what I believe, and I feel like anyone who does that has no respect in my eyes.
And I think what people don't understand is that being an influencer, you're not just taking pictures. You're your own manager. You're your own accountant. You're everything. You're doing so much just to get that
Exactly.
one good picture. Just taking pictures. You're your own
Exactly.
cameraman.
Exactly.
So you're doing
Exactly.
everything that goes behind taking that picture. It's not just one
And
picture
it's also
going.
your belief, right? It's also something part of your belief system, right, which is coming out there. It's about also sharing. It's just sharing your experiences. I mean, a lot of people are sharing those experiences through your eyes. So it's also about that.
Very true, very true. So, Ronita, being an entrepreneur, I'm pretty sure you must have used a lot of Google products to, streamline your business, be it Gmail, be it Google search. What products have you maximum used, and how has it benefited you in your startup?
You know, Google Duo. I would totally vouch for it.
Wow,
I am a big Google Duo fan because when I have partners across all outlets and managers, and the easiest way to connect with them is Google Duo. I'm hooked on to that app. I'm in the car, at home, wherever. It is always Google Duo for me. So yeah, probably that
amazing.
would be my favorite Google app.
Amazing. So we're reaching the end of our panel now. I quickly want you girls. I know a lot of people give you guys a lot of adjectives. They describe you in a lot of words, but I want you to take 10 seconds literally and describe yourself in 2 words. Neha, over to you.
I would describe myself as bright. I would describe myself as sporty. I would describe myself as somebody who wants to give back to society in whatever way it's given to me.
Amazing. Nimarta, would you describe yourself in 2 words?
Multitasker, that's what I've heard the most. So that's come
Yes.
back to me a lot. And the second would have to be achiever.
Very, very appropriate. What about you, Ronita? 2 words that describe you.
I would say ambitious and fun. I can't do anything without fun, whether it's work, my child, my friends. Fun for sure and ambitious because there is just
Awesome.
no stop.
Awesome. So, since no one's asked me, I'm going to describe myself in 2 words. I think I would call myself overachiever and ambitious at the same time. So, yeah, this is where we end
And
our
I would
panel.
like to add a few things to that, Shreya. You have been such an amazing person. And I feel like,
Thank you.
through the journey, you have also been such a supporter of all of us in every way. Whenever we've
I
needed
think
you,
that
you've
that's
been
what I
there.
think you
So,
should call yourself a leader because you
Leader.
exactly.
are
And
Yes, I'm a leader now.
leader, and also you are a person who has always put a community together and made sure
Thank
that everyone rises, whether they are at a smaller level or a higher level, and you've never seen any difference between that. And I really love that about you. So
Thank
great
you
going
so
ahead.
much. It really, really means the world to me. So we've come to the end of our panel now. Thank you so much, ladies, for being here with me and giving us such interesting answers and entertaining us throughout. And I'm going to see you guys soon. Thank you so much for being a part of